Hello, dear precious metals friends. Hope you're doing well, guys. Hope you're having a good week so far. And gold is, as we can see, on a rip here. We have crossed $1,500 psychological, and we are still upholding strongly. And I just want to show you what we had been looking at in our last week's analysis and what actually happened since then. So, as we can see, guys, we had this range here, okay? We were between 1430 and here we had the 1410 as the bottom range. And we actually dipped below here. I made the written analysis to this, that we were basically going into a falling wedge. We completely, smashed this falling wedge to the upside. And this was not a coincidence, as I had posted here. Trump or savior, okay? So what had happened, guys, is that Trump, to get the camera back in, Trump had basically decided on the tariffs, okay, uh, with regards to China, and this is the reaction that the market showed. It was not just, you know, on the gold market, so not just for precious metals. It actually had an effect, and it still has an effect on all global markets. This is the reason why I wrote yesterday's article. Okay, I wrote this important article, the US Chinese trade war and its implications on all assets. I'm also going to post it on Twitter. As you can see, guys, I'm going in this article to all the consequences the trade war has currently, but maybe most importantly, what is going on is the inverse correlation, okay, between Bitcoin and the S&P 500. As we can see, the S&P 500, especially the biggest tech stocks, you're taking a nosedive, going down, no matter if it's Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook, and at the same time, we have basically BTC going up higher. So I'm showing in the analysis, okay, we had been correctly analyzing that BTC will hold this bottom and go up. Okay, this was the first analysis last week on Tuesday already. Then we had this beautiful cup and handle before breaking it higher, all good. But then BTC just kept going on higher. And have a look at this. So this reminds us perfectly at the golden coffee that we had with gold at the crucial, okay, important 1350 to 80 range, which we basically had as a resistance since the 2013 break. And this is the zone that gold basically, took out here. I made a huge flagship analysis to this. As you can see here, it has the title, This is Where the Story Begins, to get the camera back. And also, it is also my personal story, guys, how I came to trading, how I lost vast amounts of money with CFD trading. Okay, so I was not hodling gold, but I was CFD trading it. And this is how I started to trade, basically with gold. And you can read the story here, but so this one is really important because it has huge implications. For example, investors fleeing into gold, okay, fleeing into gold, or in the forex market fleeing into the Swiss franc. We had, for example, the US dollar Swiss franc breakout here happening. Okay, we broke this major trend line. We also broke this, cup and handle. But have a look, it was complete fake out because the investors basically went into the Swiss franc here again. It has also implications, for example, on the Aussie, okay, on the Australian dollar, US dollar, crucial support not upholding, and basically going nowhere because the market basically sees it as a big, big danger. If the US and the China are going to have a trade war, this will heavily impact Chinese Australian trade. And in this case of scenario, guys, it is very important to remind ourselves that technical analysis, okay, is there to see where the price will react. So we are looking at technical analysis in order to understand at what price levels we are looking at. Okay, so this is exactly, for example, the crucial 1350 resistance break with gold. Since then we are, just have a look at this, completely on a reply, going higher. But where we will break, okay, so this is where we will break, but why we break is always eventually because of, like, due to the fundamentals. Okay, it's always due to fundamentals why we see a breakout coming, especially on the bigger time frame, especially on the weekly, on the monthly chart. As we can see, in gold's case perfectly. So we have now come to, okay, 1500, as you can see, psychological, and we also have like, as you can see, so with the wicks we have the 1525 guys off the 2013 bottom, and also coming in is a 1550 psychological. So this is the range right now where gold could go to, and then basically before we see a definitive rejection from the zone. Okay, so it was a huge bottom, guys. It was a very, very important support zone, which will now very, very highly probability, very high probability, it will be turned into a resistance. So this is what's been going on. Okay, you can lose yourself in the technicals if you look at the, the chart patterns. If you look at support and resistance, you can lose yourself in that. But we always have to know what is going on in the underlyings of that asset. Okay, what is happening? Okay, like the US-Chinese trade war, as you can see, has a huge impact. Okay, now even on BTC, so now even on Bitcoin, but it has a huge impact on the stock market. It has a huge impact on forex pairs. It has definitive effect on gold. That's why the title, Trump our savior, that I had chosen in the last one. And so this is crucial, guys, for you to understand what is going on here. Ray Dalio, the most successful hedge fund manager of Bridgewater, has written this beautiful, okay, beautiful long article here, paradigm shifts. You can read it on LinkedIn, and he's perfectly describing here why institutionals, and obviously even the smaller, so the dumb money, so all of us, why we should all hold gold in our portfolio. He's writing here, I think these are unlikely to be good real returning investments. So he's referring to risky investments like, equity like investments, private equity, leverage real estate, and venture capital. He says, um, so real investments, that those will most likely to be do best will be those that do well when the value of money is being depreciated and domestic and international conflicts are significant, such as gold. Okay, so this is exactly what we have right now. Additionally, for reasons I will explain in the near future, most investors are underweighted in such assets, meaning that if they just wanted to have a better balanced portfolio to reduce risk, they would have more of the sort of asset. For this reason, I believe that it would be both risk reducing and return enhancing to consider adding gold to one's portfolio. I will soon send out an explanation of why I believe that gold is an effective portfolio diversifier. Okay, so this is crucial, guys, because of conflicts. Okay, because of all the conflicts that are going on, as you can see. So it's obviously also referring to the US-Chinese trade war. And so to the fundamentals. Okay, the fundamentals, guys, which are driving the gold price are potential trade wars and money printing. Okay, that money is becoming worthless. This is the main reason. Of course, that also drew has driven the stock market to amazing lengths that we have seen just recently. So let me get the auto in here. But so that was the reason why gold was basically stalling, okay, throughout the uh, throughout the time frame here that we had been ongoing, guys, since the 2013 break here. But nevertheless, now we are knocking on the door. Okay, we are knocking on the previous bottom door of this crucial zone. I mean, we had this. Have a look. This big, zone going on here, especially in the end between 1,800 and the 1,500, the 50 to 25 bottom, and this is exactly where we have now come to. There you go. So, definitely keep this in your mind, guys. Very, very important zone. Like almost guaranteed that the bears will show some reaction once we like climb a little bit higher. I mean, we can still go a little bit higher. So either we will now reverse at 1,500 psychological, or if we go higher, as I just shown you, it might be 1,525 to 50. But a definitive reaction there is to be expected. Just as, for example, in this case, I mean, when I had posted the article, have a look. So we saw this huge pump because Trump had come out with the tariffs. But have a look at this. So I was writing here that we will probably, see, um, have a look at this. So we have now underscored the bottom at 1410, and we'll probably reject on the first try of taking out 1450 psychological. A bullish case would be building a few dojis or a cup and handle before we break the resistance. Of course, we could, correct more towards the previous 1430 SNR zone. And just have a look at this. Let me get the daily in here so that you can see it, guys. I mean, I can also press play here that you can see this. I mean, we perfectly can you see this with this wick with the red candle? We perfectly, came to the previous support zone of the 1430 that we had been ongoing in this equilibrium, as you can see here in this range. And then we saw the breakout coming. And as I was writing here, all in all, if the bulls manage to take 1450 out, we will be on our way towards 1480. And of course, that was like a conservative range because, I always want to give you guys the range which is the most probable. Of course, we went even higher than that. Okay. So it is not magic, guys. If so that's where technical analysis comes in. Okay, so we have the fundamental reason, you can see the fundamentals, but the technicals come in if we have those kind of levels. This is where then not just dumb money, so not just retail investors, but especially also institutionals will trade those support and resistance zones, and this is where then you will see some kind of reaction, which is only due to technicals. I mean, have a look at this, guys. This is the monthly. We are now going into overbought, okay, on the monthly chart, on the big time frame, okay. Doesn't mean it's gonna, just stall there. I mean, we have been overbought quite a few times and still climbed higher, but just have a look. So the more time frames you're overbought on, the important it is. Have a look on the weekly, hugely overbought now, and even on the daily, since we had been stalling a few days, going consolidation sideways, but now also getting into overbought. So keep this all in mind on the bigger time frames. We are throughout the bank overbought. Okay, this is crucial. I hope you had some value, guys. If it was so, smash the like button. Very, very important. If you are having trouble reading the chart, I have my flagship course, okay, where I mentor you for 2 months straight, okay, with teaching you everything. But now I have even made modules out of that. So no matter what your pain points are, if it's like reading the chart, recognizing support and resistance, the chart anatomy, like all the different patterns, or if you're advanced already, learning about the psychology, to not make mistakes, to not revenge trade, or specifically about money and risk management. So how much position size to take, with what position to trade, what is, for example, normal if you're just a swing trader, what is normal if you're day trading, what kind of risk should you take if you're just watching from the sidelines, how to structure your portfolio, all of this kind of stuff. And this is crucial, this is crucial if you want to be a successful investor, if you don't want to repeat the mistakes that I personally did in 2013, with my stupid student brain back then, going all into CFD trading, losing all the money that my parents gave me. And so this is the whole reason why I'm doing Edgy. My story started with gold. Of course, I then made very, very big wins with putting the rest of the money in BTC. But so this is my beginnings. It's gold, It's been quite some while now. It's been 2012 when I first went into this market, and we have now, as you can see, 7 years later. And yeah, so done this, done that, seen everything here. If you need help, no matter on what kind of technical question or money portfolio question, just let me know. Happy to work together with you. I would give you a free call to see, how can I really help you, specifically in your situation. And yeah, happy to do this. Otherwise, like I said, give it a thumbs up if you have some value. Make sure to comment it, because the algorithm, always counts that too. The more comments it has, the more people will see it. And otherwise, I wish you a beautiful rest of the week, and I say adios, amigos, no matter where you are on this planet, and we will see each other definitely on the next gold XAU US dollar analysis. See you.